everybody. It's Sarcasm Speaks, Jared and Bob. And if you're on YouTube and if you're audio, you'll figure it out soon. We got Nick here. I don't know if he's going to be able to stick around for the whole show, but he's at least making a guest spot.
Yeah, I was in the vicinity. I think I'd stop on by and say hello to the people.
Yeah. Returning this second time, third time.
Second time.
Second time.
My first appearance was at the old house.
Yep.
Vinny was there. Good time.
Yep. Yeah, Vinny made a new friend.
Yeah.
All right. So this is actually the first episode after the Masters, which we were actually just talking about before we came upstairs to record. So we didn't actually talk about it with Eric on the last episode because it was still going on. So Scottie Scheffler won the Masters in, I don't want to say like a lackluster way, but like it wasn't super, like after the fourth hole, there was really no contest. It wasn't close after the fourth hole.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he chipped in on 3, and that was basically it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, it was one of those situations where him and Cam were in the exact same spot. And, Scheffler goes first. I think it was 9, 8, -9, -8 at that point. So it was only a one-shot difference between the two. But he holds out, Cam bogeys, and then that was it. I think I had texted you and said, hey, we might actually have some drama here on Sunday. Prematurely, like 5 minutes later, after the 10, 15 minutes away of them trying to figure out what the hell to do with their marked ball, the Scheffler's ball, it was gone. So
yeah, I didn't realize. I don't know. I don't think the broadcast did a really good job of explaining what was actually going on. I found out on Twitter after that there was the whole obstruction thing because of the scoreboard, and he got relief from the scoreboard and not having to hit behind it. And like people on Twitter were flipping out about that. And obviously, he puts it to the same spot as Cam Smith, short of the green, and then holes out. And now everyone is, going even more nuts. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't catch it on the broadcast. Like I said, maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention. But he went way, way far left and got relief. So I don't know. I guess it worked out for him. But yeah, the birdie start by Cam Smith was great. That's when I think everyone was like, all right, let's go. We might have something. And then you can't go birdie, bogey. So is what it is. And then obviously he dropped the tee shot on 12 right in the river. So
I still can't believe fucking guys do that. It fucking blows my mind that on the 12th hole on Sunday, guys will still fucking miss short right. It is fucking amazing.
Yeah. Bob, I was talking before we got on, I was telling Jared I was so pissed off at how Sunday went. I was like, you know what, fucking, I'm gonna watch the 19 all over again. And watching all the guys just put the ball in the drink, like it was Molinari, Fino, Brooks, they all put it in. It's like, what are you doing? And then looking back at 19, Tiger, puts it in between the two bunkers, and that's really the safe play to do it. But everyone just tries to go for it on 12.
I don't remember who said this. I guess there's academic papers that go over all of the, I guess, forces or just aspects of that 12th hole. And it's like the way the wind comes, the height of the trees, there's a canopy effect. I don't know what a canopy effect is, but there is one. And it's like, there's all these things going on at that hole. So the wind is never predictable. We know that. Anyone who's played the video game sees the ticker just go around like this. Where's the wind direction?
Yeah.
Like the wind is nuts there. And if you're a right-handed player, the typical miss is long left, short right. Well, it's a right pin. Why the fuck would you be aimed at that fucking pin? Why the fuck would you not be aimed in between the bunkers? So if you're short right, it catches the front bunker. And if you're long left, it catches the back bunker.
Right.
It just blows my mind. Because there's one guy out there that's made a fucking career of putting it in between those two fucking bunkers,
Yep.
and he has 5 green jackets.
And
And
it's almost
has a fucking mullet and a ratty stash.
and I know on Thursday and Friday the wind was absolutely insane, but I forget who it was. It might have been Justin Thomas. He pulled 7-iron on 12, and like I said, like what would be for him would be like a chip shot. He essentially hit like a half swing with a 7-iron just to keep it low enough so that it wouldn't go up in the air and get caught by like the 30-mile-an-hour winds. And it's like, even just do that.
It just it blows my mind. And it's like, so there's a guy and he does strategy stuff. His program's called Decade. His name's Scott Fawcett, and he is a fucking prick. Like, he is an absolute prick. So people don't like him because he's a douchebag. Now, I can look past that as a resident douchebag. I can live with it. But people also don't like him because he tries to turn the game into math. And it's like, oh, the 12th hole, you need to like whatever. And so he watched Cam Smith splash it and goes, there's no reason that should have happened. He goes, if you take the right aim, you cannot do what he just did. Like, it is impossible. If you pick the right target, what he did is impossible, and it just cost him the tournament. And if you notice, where did Scotty Scheffler hit it?
Long left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So had he maybe hit a little bit of a flare, we'd all be talking about how aggressive he was and how good he was. And wow, he really took on that Sunday pin because he hit it to 12 feet. No, he was aimed at the back fucking bunker and flared it. Only the problem is the opposite happened. He was aimed at the back bunker and yanked it and still got fucking up and down. So it's like, I just don't get these guys. Like, especially on 12. Like, if you want to go for 13 because it has possibility for eagle, fine. If you want to make a rip at 16 to hopefully throw it down the ridge and let it feed down, gotcha. Everybody knows your tournament hopes go to die when you splash it on 12. And these guys continue to fucking do it.
Yeah. Like, frequently.
Yeah. And it's like, listen, I understand. Because if I trot out there and I don't know the wind, I might splash it. Now, luckily, I'm a lefty, and lefties always play well there. I hear that all the time. Yet a lefty hasn't won it.
People forget.
Yeah, people forget. Lefties always play well there. That's the word, always.
Yeah.
So luckily, because I'm a lefty and I always play well there, I'm going to hit it long right because that's automatically what happens. So I get it. But yeah, I know it's like easier said than done. It's easier to say it from my fucking couch. But the thing is like, I'm not an all-world player. I wasn't 2 back of the lead in the fucking Masters.
Yeah.
But I do know that there's fucking people out there that do that. And there's one guy in particular who has 82 fucking career wins and never takes on that fucking flag. Fucking Cam Smith, 30-1.
Yeah, I was rooting for you guys. You know, you guys talked about it for a while, having the ticket.
I had him in fucking January.
I was rooting for him. And I told Jared too. I was like, you know what? The biggest thing, not only you guys cashing your ticket, is watching him getting that green jacket put on him, and like the PGA thinking like, is this the face we want wearing the green jacket
with the mullet and the rat stash?
Yeah, some Joe Dirt looking guy.
Cleaned up his face for this event at least, but the mullet's there.
So
anyway, congrats to Scotty Scheffler. I mean, he's absolutely kicking the ever-living shit out of everybody right now, so credit to him.
Which I need to go back. And this is a drink moment, because I think it was when we did our Masters preview, you sat in that exact seat and you said, Scotty Scheffler's not going to win because you're not going to win 4 times on tour in a year, because no one does that unless you're Tiger. And I'm going to tell you right now, drink.
All right. So let's be exactly fair. Tiger didn't even do this. So
I'm just saying it's a drink. I'm never going to pass up a moment to tell you to drink.
Well, and also I'm going to argue semantics. So allow me to argue semantics. One, Tiger didn't even do that. So there's one person in history that had 4 wins, including the Masters, and it was Arnold Palmer, and he had 5. So yeah, Tiger, Jack, whoever, no one has won 4 events, including the Masters, or no one has had the Masters be their 4th win of the year ever. Palmer had it as his 5th. No one else has had 4. And again, to argue semantics, we'll have to check the tape on that, because I probably said something like, well, I'm not going to take Scotty Scheffler because generally guys don't win 4 events by the Masters.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is
most likely I didn't say he's not going to win. I was probably like, yeah, I'm not going to take him because, how often do guys win 4 events? Or I probably said guys don't, which isn't wrong. Who's the first?
Well, another thing too, Bob, I think too, when you guys are making your pick, you said you had a bunch of slips out there already. And if you had taken Scheffler, I think he was 8-1. You were going to be losing money by taking him. So that was another thing that piled on to you not either taking him or even considering him. It's like, even if I place the money on him, I'm losing money. So why do that?
Yeah, we definitely did mention that Scheffler's odds had moved so much. Like he was 40 down to 22, and it's like kind of missed the boat. Now going back, hitting at 22, which I think that's what he was pre-tournament, unless he snuck into 18. But even me having 9 golfers, 18-1 still wins me money. So actually, I came out on top with the Tiger bet and the Matt Fitzpatrick top 20. But that was not publicized, so that's not an official. It's not in the official archives.
Yeah.
But,
phone down.
Yeah, phone down.
But yeah, I mean, this will be interesting to see like how good Scotty Scheffler really is, because he's on a heater.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just won the Masters. It's almost like end of a chapter in a way, like not like really, but he's probably going to take a few weeks. And then he got the major. It's like he did say in an interview years ago, his favorite golf course is Southern Hills. Just so happens that's where the next major is. But it is extremely unlikely that he is to win another major.
Got it. Yep. So he's going to get the Grand Slam this year. Yep. Got it.
Yeah.
Recorded.
Okay. Extremely unlikely. How often do you guys the first 2 majors of the year?
Well, I mean, if he somehow does win another one this year, everyone's going to start talking again. Like, they're always looking for the next Tiger. First it was Rory, then you had Jordan Spieth, you had Jason Day, Brooks, all these guys that win, multiple majors in a short time frame. They're like, okay, could this guy be the next guy? And it looks like Scheffler's next guy up. To be that guy to possibly, not necessarily be the next Tiger, because I don't know if there's ever going to be another Tiger, but someone that might move the needle a little bit besides Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've said this on this podcast before. I think I've asked Bob this question, like it's the staying power. Like no one has the staying power in golf that Tiger Woods had. There was one of you guys will probably correct me, because there was a meme. I guess it was a meme, but it was a picture of, and I forget exactly what the stat was, but it was like winner of like the Masters, the WGC, and like multiple events on tour, something like that in a season, whatever it was. And it was like Scotty Scheffler 2022. And then it was Tiger Woods in 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2005, 2006, 2007. Like it was like something insane like that. Like they're the only 2 people to ever do it. And Scotty Scheffler has done it this year, and Tiger did it like 8 times.
So it's players to win 4 times in a PGA Tour season, including a major and a WGC.
Okay.
Tiger had 2 separate 4-peats.
Yeah.
Of doing that.
Yeah.
So 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. Then he sucked for 2 years. 05, 06, 07, 08.
Yep. and then Scotty Scheffler in 2022. They're the only two guys to ever do it.
And only one of them has done it by April.
So it's like it's stats like that like we say it before, have said it before, like people forget, but like people really do forget how fucking good Tiger Woods is or was. There's never been an athlete to dominate his sport outside of Gretzky. There's never been someone to dominate their sport.
I'll tell you it's Bobby Orr.
Yeah. I mean, like it's wild. It's wild. Like what Tiger did when he was in his prime, and his prime lasted for a decade, essentially.
Yeah, it's not going to be repeated. And that's the thing with Scheffler is I mean, again, I like him. He's been good at every level. I forget what year was his rookie year. It might have been 2020. And if that's the case, that means he won twice on the Corn Ferry in 2019. Plus he was good at Texas before then. So It's like, dude, this dude can play. He's only 25, even though he looks fucking 60. Like he can play, but is he on a fucking heater right now?
Yeah.
So it's like, he's probably going to take a step back this week. They're playing at Harbortown. I don't know where they go next. It could be the Byron Nelson. And if
I think it's one more and then the Byron Nelson.
Oh, they're going to Mexico, I think. So I think they're doing Harbortown, Mexico, and then the Byron Nelson. I could see him being back for that in Dallas.
So next week is the Zurich at TPC, Louisiana.
New Orleans, then
it's Mexico.
Oh, then Mexico?
Then it's the Wells Fargo. Then it's the Byron Nelson.
Fuck, I fucked that all up.
So it's Quail Hollow is that first weekend in May.
Okay, so there's 2 before Quail Hollow?
Yes. Well, 3 if you count this week.
Oh, I think Scheffler's playing in New Orleans. I forget who he's playing with. I think he's playing New Orleans. He'll probably play the Wells Fargo. And dude, he'll probably play the Nelson. He's from Dallas. I assume he'll be there.
Yeah. And then the PGA is the following week after the Byron Nelson.
Yeah. So
Kiowa.
take one off, one on, one on.
We get some really good golf coming up.
Every other week. He's probably going to be every other week till the PGA. So I don't know, man. Drink till you puke. Like,
yeah.
Keep it rolling, dude. Like, not for nothing. If he rattles off like 6 wins this year, that's more than a lot of people on the PGA Tour.
It's more than a lot of people in their career.
That's what I'm saying. Kiz only has 4. I mean, Kiz isn't what you would really consider to be like all that good, but
right.
He's popular.
He's been playing forever.
He'd have more wins than Rico.
Yeah.
That much.
Yeah, he's got what, 5?
Rico?
Yeah.
I think it's 5 PGA Tour and then maybe 2 international. Because he did win a Scottish and then he won one of the fucking desert events.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the schedule right now. I mean, this week is Harbortown. Next week is New Orleans. And I don't know anything about Vidanta.
I don't know, dude. They were playing Chapultepec. That's where they were playing, where the ball it bounds off the ground like they're fucking driving it on pavement.
And then it's
Rory drove it 440 yards. It's like, yeah, that's because it rolled 1,000. Like,
yeah. Then it's Quail Hollow, and then it's TPC Craig Ranch for the Byron Nelson. Then it's Kiowa for the PGA. Then the Colonial is the week after that.
Southern Hills.
Kiowa
was last year.
No, I'm looking at it right now. It says Kiowa. Oh, they might have just did. They just didn't change. I assure
you that Phil won at Kiowa last year.
Yeah, so they just didn't change.
And they're playing Southern Hills in Oklahoma
on the thing. And then the week after that is the Memorial.
It's the week after the PGA.
No, it's the PGA, then Colonial, and then the Memorial, and then it's the stupid Canadian Open, and then it's the US Open after that, and then the Travelers. Like we've got like the next 2 months has got a lot of really great events. We should try and go to the Travelers.
I
Seeing that we're
mean,
probably not going to be able to get to the US Open because I can't get fucking tickets.
so Thursday morning, you got to get on those.
This Thursday?
Yep. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know anything. It's so bad, but
Because I
Thursday.
signed up, I signed up on the US Open website to get the like announcements. And
Yeah, no,
I got one email like last month, and it was like, oh yeah, look at these tickets, and they're like $4,000 like VIP section, like all weekend long tickets. I'm like, get fucked. I don't have $4,000 to spend on golf tickets.
Mass Golf posted about it. They said Thursday individual tickets will be going. Michaela did get me a ticket for my birthday, so me and her going on Thursday. I'm sorry, on Saturday.
Nice.
But yeah, the individual tickets are supposed to go on sale on Thursday.
I'm gonna probably have to get tickets for Saturday also, because I doubt I'm gonna be able to take days off of work to go to this thing.
Oh, but it's so convenient to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know what the deal is. A little birdie told me that they weren't even sure if individual tickets were gonna go on sale. So, dude, this is gonna be like, this is a disaster. I can't.
How the fuck did Michaela get tickets?
Secondary market.
Oh, okay. Nick, what are you doing on the 18th, June 18th?
I don't know yet.
I think you're gonna get sick that day.
Yeah, I could get sick. Day before Father's, that's Father's Day weekend, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, happy Father's Day. Let's go.
Yeah. Possibility. Although most of my money's going down to the mouse down south, so I don't know if I'm not gonna have any extra funds for the tournament.
Well, I think if we can get them on an individual sale, they're only like $80.
No.
Oh, really? No, that doesn't sound right.
No?
No.
What would it be?
U.S. Open. So Wingfoot before the Ronas hit was 150.
I mean, that's still not terrible.
No, hold on. They were actually selling those, though. They're not selling tickets to this event, so I would not be surprised to see 250.
Yeah, that's a little pricey.
It is.
What website do you know? Did she just go on like StubHub?
I have no clue.
I'm gonna have to text her. I got to do some investigating.
I don't know. No, honestly, she did tell me. I don't remember which provider she went to, but it's just one of those. It's one of the secondary markets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, dude, this is a hard event. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be very corporate because they didn't put individual tickets on sale, and it's a fucking hard one to get to. I don't know. Like, it just seems all that much more weird now. Like that why? Like, why would you put this thing in Brookline?
Yeah.
It's like, I understand the country club was the first fucking country club in the fucking country. I get please, I get that.
Yeah.
But like for the event, it doesn't make any damn sense.
No.
So who fucking knows?
Have they ever hosted an event like this before?
So they had the USAM in 2013, which no one goes to, or very few people goes.
Yeah.
They had the Ryder Cup in '99 when Justin Leonard hit the long putt.
Yeah.
And they had the 88 or the 89 US Open. Curtis Strange won the playoff. So it's been a long time. It's what are we at? Is that 30, 33 years? Is my math right?
88 would be 34.
So 33 or 34 years, because I don't remember actually which year was the country club, because I know he won back-to-back US Opens.
Okay.
And so that's the last time they had a US Open, 30 whatever years.
Yeah.
Way before Tiger, whatever. And then the Ryder Cup is not set up US Open style. So
no,
they had the spectators then, but that was 1999. So it's just fucking different now. And I don't know. So And now we don't have our event anymore. So anyone that wants to watch golf has to go to this.
Yeah.
So no, I will not be going to the Travelers because that's the following weekend.
Well, looking really quick on the internets here, I might have to, because some of these prices are absolutely outrageous.
Well, get on your horse on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check as soon as I wake up. Go right on usga.com.
Might want to set an alarm for fucking 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. It'll be like in college when we used to have to pick classes. You have to stay up till midnight. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I found 2. Click. Sorry, your tickets are gone. Fuck. How did I end up in piano class?
Quick, I gotta log into all these classes. Ah, shit. Well, it looks like it's ballroom dance.
Yeah. How many did you get? 0. Because I remember that the upperclassmen, it would be like, well, I need these 5 to graduate. So, oh, how many did you get? None. So I just got shit faced.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really terrible system that we had at Bridgewater. They changed it when I was in grad school, but it didn't affect me anyway because grad school didn't matter. But
okay, so you didn't know the really bad one, because the really bad one was my freshman year, and then they changed it. It used to be midnight, it would open, and everybody got on at midnight. So the internet.
Oh, the entire school.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So the internet would jam. So if you could even log in, then you had to be in like the free for all to like actually pick the class. And like you try to log in, it would say like no. And then you try to do it again, no. Do it again, no. Do it again, get through, go to pick a class, kicks you out. Like it was like that.
Yeah.
So, like, it would take hours. That's why, like at 3 a.m, someone would be like, "Oh, well, I'm an upperclassman. I don't need any other classes. I don't need myth and culture. I need that. It's full.
Yeah.
There's only one section of it. I'm just gonna get annihilated."
Yeah. We used to throw parties. Like we would have class picking parties. And then at midnight, like we would go to parties carrying our backpack with our laptops in the bag. And then at midnight, we'd all whip out our laptops and try and record our classes. Jeez, Pickett doesn't like that story.
No.
Yeah.
God, I don't even remember. I hit a couple of different schools when I did go to college. I did go to Bridgewater State my 4th year of school. I don't remember the class selection process. I definitely wasn't, waking up at 12 o'clock at night to pick my classes. I don't recall. I can't even remember the way I picked classes there. Like this, that all sounds like ass backwards way of doing things.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, the way to do it was be off campus.
Yeah, because
like if
school internet.
Yeah, the school internet would crash at precisely 12 o'clock on the night of picking classes. So you had to be off campus in order to get them.
It's pretty good.
It was a great system.
I imagine the U.S. Open tickets will be a very similar system.
Yeah, probably. So we got something else that we missed that we can touch on too. Is Gilbert Gottfried died.
He did.
He died today.
We didn't have him.
Another miss. They didn't say. They said it was a long battled illness or something. I'm assuming cancer, probably.
Seems to get everyone these days.
Yeah. Yeah, you live long enough, you're going to die of something, right?
I think generally you do.
Yeah. Or if you don't live this long, you still die of something anyway, too. So whatever.
Moral of the story is you're going to die from something.
Yes.
as did Gilbert Gottfried.
And as did Jesus. Even he couldn't live forever.
I don't know what it is. With these comedians lately.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
this is a tough year.
Ridden hard, put away wet. Like tough life for them.
I mean, if you're a comedian in your 60s, like, getting, wrap yourself in bubble wrap or whatever you got to take your vitamins, because You had Gottfried, you had Saget beginning of the year, you had Norm McDonald last year. All those guys were in their 60s.
But yet you have like a Lang. The fuck is Artie Lang? He's still alive.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing here?
He might not be 60 yet.
He just looks it.
That might be your algorithm for next year for your death pool is look for comedians in their 60s.
Yeah.
And then just start stacking the deck on them.
I'm looking it up now.
handicapping.
Imagine Artie Lang's only like 45.
I'm gonna say 58.
He's 54.
He can't
Oh.
die.
Yeah, he's got
Is it-
seven more years before he can die.
Oh, only his nose is dead. That's about it. Everything else is fine.
I know we haven't hit one person yet this year. I'm looking at our death list right now.
I mean, it's only April. Give yourself a chance. Come
It's
on.
early
man.
in the year.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I feel like at this point last year, we already had hit like one or two. We actually did really good last year.
You did.
But I think last year was probably the outlier.
Yeah, this year's the regression back to zero.
Yeah.
Or at least it won't be me and you. Everyone else probably will hit one.
Yeah. I don't know. Chris went out on a limb this year. He had oh no, he had Ringo. Ringo could go, but he had Joe Rogan and Machine Gun Kelly. Like,
Oh yeah. Didn't he also barely know who Machine Gun Kelly was?
yeah, that was
I don't even
was
really
great.
know who he is, but I feel like he's gonna die.
Yeah.
I forget
Is it one of
the
those
actual analysis, but
Is it one of those things where it's like he thinks he's gonna die or he thinks he should die? That was probably his way of thinking.
Probably a little bit of both.
Put a little judo on him, screw him over.
It's funny how things change too. Like when we recorded this episode in January, obviously like there was a lot of different things that were going on, but like, so Mike had Antonio Brown on his list, and like now no one's talking about Antonio Brown. I mean, like all of these people, like you had Kanye,
yeah.
and now Kanye's kind of like not in the news anymore. But it's funny how like when people are in the news, you're like, oh man, this guy, he's fucking crazy. He's probably not going to make it. And then they do.
Well, it's you know, the way social media works nowadays too. It's like, I mean, the only like the story with Will Smith and Chris Rock that lasted a week plus, but that's like an outlier. That stuff doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
You have these guys that are in the news and it's like 24, 48 hours tops, and then it's on to the next thing. So it's you know, there's very few stories out there that will, you know, last as long as they do.
Yeah.
You know, like
especially in
the
the entertainment world. I mean,
yeah,
when it comes to like
there's just
stupid
always
bullshit,
happening.
they stretched COVID out for fucking 2 years.
Yeah.
And they're trying to stretch out this Ukraine thing. And it's like, I don't even hear people talk about it anymore.
What is
Like,
there to talk about?
No.
I don't like, because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and it was the talk of almost every single podcast that I would listen to for like 2, maybe 3 weeks. I would say over the course of the last week, I haven't heard anything about Ukraine.
Pray for Ukraine.
Yeah.
Although I was at work today, and one of the guys I work with, we're on break, and he's looking at videos. He saw this video of a Russian army tank coming towards the Ukrainian guys that were like sitting off on the side of the road. And I guess in the video, the Ukrainians had thought it was their own coming towards them, but it wasn't. And then like probably within 50 yards, they fired off a missile, and you know, all you see is a flash on the screen and it just goes out.
Jesus.
It's crazy. And you know, and then and I guess there was another angle, and it shows the entire thing happening, and just it's crazy on how that stuff's going on. I mean, you know, some people will say to you like, you know, it's all propaganda or whatever, but like, and when I saw that video, I was like, oh shit, crazy.
Yeah, that's terrible. Also terrifying.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you know he's a vet himself. You know, he went over to Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff like that. So you know he was you know, not saying you see shit like that all the time, but you know it's just like some guys, like he's wired differently. Most vets are, kind of have to be, and like this little stuff like that will, you know, they don't, it doesn't really phase them that much. You know, they almost laugh at it because, you know, for some reason, some way, that's the only way they can cope with it. So
Right.
like when you show me that video, I'm like, oh my god. It's like, yeah, you know, that's it. Blink of an eye. You have no reaction time whatsoever. It's just, it happens.
Yeah. I mean, I
So,
suppose of all the ways to go, it's probably
yeah.
not the worst. It's over really
No.
quick.
He was pretty quick.
Yeah. 1 second you're here and the next second you're not. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Doesn't leave too much up to the imagination.
nope. And then depending on, you know, how close you were to the actual, you know, ballistic, there might not be anything really to clean up after either. So
No.
nice and easy and a quick clean.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, you know what I just saw too was it's wild that and I think more people have talked about this now too, but since Scotty Scheffler won, everyone was talking about he went to the same high school as Matt Stafford and Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, people
Oh, did you
forget
know that they?
Yeah. I actually didn't know that they went to the same high school.
Was Scheffler with the other two, or that the other two went?
Any of the three.
Really?
Seriously?
Yeah.
They never
Did you watch
neglected to mention that the Kershaw Stafford thing, like people, that's a big time people forget.
Because they
they were
actually went to school together, right? Like Scotty Scheffler's a lot younger than them.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
way
there were a ton of photos like during the Super Bowl when, you know, with the Rams being in it, you know, Stafford and Kershaw, and they probably showed them too when the Dodgers were in the World Series. You know, they have photos of them playing Little League together, whatever it was. But yeah, it's kind of shocking that you didn't know that.
Yeah, I probably just didn't pay close enough attention.
people actually do forget.
Yeah. I have a lot of shit to remember. I said that to Amy the other day. We were talking about what the fuck were we talking about? Oh, it was like some like dessert thing that I bought. This like little like, I don't know, like Hershey's like dessert thing. And I was like, oh, look, I got this. And she's like, you bought that like a month ago. And I was like, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't buy that. And she's like, nope, you definitely did. And I'm like, I don't fucking remember. Like, I have too many things that go through my brain to remember little things like what I bought at Market Basket before. Like, I have too much to remember that Matt Stafford and Clayton Kershaw went to high school together. Like, that might be one of those things that I see and I'm like, all right, cool. Now I have to remember like my 18 fucking passwords for my 17 laptops that I have for work now, or like all of these different codes that I need to log into stuff. It's like, I can barely remember that. I barely remember, like, I obviously for work, I got a new phone. I got to remember the new phone number. It's like a lot of dumb shit I have to remember. I only have so much capacity. I got to forget some other stuff.
You're not that important.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I only have a certain brain capacity.
Did you know that
Julian
Edelman used to play quarterback in college?
No, I forgot that too.
And Chris Hogan actually played lacrosse.
Oh shit, did he really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Next thing you're going to tell me is Pat Mahomes played baseball.
People forget.
Actually,
people forget that when he was a shortstop, he threw the ball too hard, so they had to move him. And also, his dad got fucking rocked in the World Series.
Yeah, his dad blew the World Series. Is it the Expos?
I think he pitched for the Braves, but no, because the Expos never got to it that year. They put a fucking strike. That team was fucking stacked.
Yeah.
And then the strike happened, and it broke up the team. I think Mahomes pitched for the Braves. I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, people do forget how stacked that Expos team was. Because that was What year was that? 95?
93. 94 was a strike. 93, 94.
Yeah, so it was the 94. Well, because they strike during the season.
Yeah.
They were fucking on a tear. And it
Yeah,
was like,
I think it was 94 because 95, I believe the Braves won. So I'm guessing it's the 94 season. But yeah, they were stacked.
With Moises Alou.
yep. And it's Philippe. Philippe was the coach.
Yeah. Oh God. So they had Cliff
It's
Floyd, Moises Alou, Marquise Grissom, Larry Walker.
Yeah, so Cliff Floyd didn't even play, I don't think.
Wow. Yeah, he was the starting first baseman.
Oh, he played first at that time?
Yeah.
Thought he was an outfielder.
And then they had Pedro. John Wetland was the closer.
The
I don't
pitching
really-
staff
Vlad-
wasn't amazing, but their lineup was fucking stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Guerrero wasn't even on the roster yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They might be coming back.
They should.
Yeah. I know the talk. I don't know if it was in the labor talks at all, but they have mentioned expansion in MLB, and they're talking about trying to get back to Montreal.
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't call them the Expos again, but I mean, you definitely don't name your sports team after like the big exposition that happens at your fucking city once a year. But like, you know, if they want to call them like something else, like I'd be down. I had no idea like what that was until I don't know, probably maybe more than that now. I was gonna say a couple of years ago, probably like 7 or 8 years ago at this point, that like Montreal and Canada are known for this thing. It's called like the Expo. It's like the big Canadian exposition, and it's this massive, essentially it's kind of like a carnival. I guess it's like, it would be like the Big E on steroids. Because I actually went to it when I was in Toronto for a wedding in 2015. And it was massive. Like it was absolutely wild. And then while I was there, I found out that that's why the Montreal Expos were named at the Expos. It was after this big carnival. So that would be like calling like the Springfield Big E's.
Yeah.
Like that's the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, Springfield and Holyoke. And don't forget Chicopee. It's up there
Yeah,
too.
they're nice places, aren't they?
Yeah, beautiful. The rival Hartford.
Gun wave in New Haven.
I got to go to Bridgeport in a couple weeks. Super excited about that.
Well, Connecticut's an awesome state.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst state.
Yeah, it's fun to drive through too.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm glad I have relatives that live right outside, right on the New York Connecticut border, so I can drive them all the time. It's so fun.
I'm actually going to White Plains.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Next month.
Nice.
I got to go out there for 2 or 3 days for work.
Well, I can tell you it's about a 2-hour and 45-minute drive.
Yeah, super excited about it.
Yeah, I got a wedding in June. It's actually in New Jersey, but it's like just west of White Plains. So it's like not even like real Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a whole weird part of the world. Because like White Plains isn't that deep into New York, but like it's also not that far away from New Jersey.
Yeah, no, White Plains is just outside the city. It's like 20 minutes in, isn't it?
It's probably about an hour outside the city.
Manhattan, really?
No, it's like a half hour, 45 minutes. But then, you know,
So
depending on how you're getting in.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you just go in one day when there's no traffic.
there you go.
No, what you have to do is you have
Yes,
to
it's
leave.
Fantasyland.
You have to leave here at 11 p.m. and then you
Just so
won't hit
can
any
get
traffic.
in Connecticut.
Yeah, yeah. So you get stuck in construction in Connecticut
Yeah.
for 89 fucking miles. That was fun. That was a blast. I'm glad I got that straw.
You don't have a real, like, I didn't really, like, I make the trip to New York probably like twice a year, 2-3 times a year, go to visit. And although we drove to Myrtle Beach for a wedding years ago, and it's like on the way back, you know, you get through DC, you get through New York. You think after you clear New York, you're in the clear, but Connecticut just fucking sucks. I don't know. I don't understand it because it's not terrible. I mean, I don't know what the exact mileage is. It might be like 80 to 90 miles when you're traveling 95, but it just, for some reason, it just takes forever. There's always a traffic jam coming back, and it's like the worst state like to travel through. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think it doesn't help, especially for us. Like when we leave, we go through Rhode Island, and Rhode Island takes about 45 minutes to get through.
Yeah, it's a breeze.
So it's like, oh, cool, I'm already through Rhode Island. Then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
sick. How about 3 hours in Connecticut? And it's like, Jesus Christ, this sucks.
Yeah.
That's another reason why Rhode Island sucks. Gives you false hope.
I don't know. I don't even like consider it a real state to like drive through.
Well, I mean, it's not a real state in general. They didn't even show up for the fucking revolution. So
that is true.
They don't get to claim statehood, in my opinion.
They did have a quarter made after them though. So we'll have to take this up with the Franklin Mint.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I got confirmation at dinner earlier that South Attleboro does indeed exist. Shout out to Mary. She informed me that South Attleboro is a real place. They have their own post office. However, she also provided this very good point. It doesn't have its own government. So I think my theory of just needing a post office wasn't complete. I think you need to have a government in order to be.
No school system either. Everything's under Attleboro School District.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's not like there's.
I think that was the point I was trying to make with Easton is that there's 3 post offices in Easton, but there's only one Easton.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my point wasn't the fact that like there should be 3 Eastons. It was you're not a city unless you are town municipality, unless you have a post office.
Or a village idiot, one or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there actually are villages in Western Mass where Derek grew up.
Yeah,
he grew up in a village, the village of Southfield.
Yeah, it's like villages and townships.
And they have a post office. They don't have much else, but they have a post office. They don't have paved roads.
No, I mean, what do you need those for?
No, I mean, dirt roads work just fine.
Yeah, I mean, and no one's had an issue till now, right?
No, and it's probably still no issues.
Yeah, why change them?
You want to start wrapping this up?
We can wrap this up. So in the last week, 2 separate people, who of which will stay nameless, not that anyone would know who they are, but I'm about to drastically attack their character. Twice, 2 people have told me, oh yeah, I've had a couple opportunities to go to the Masters, but I just can't miss work for it.
What?
One guy
that's a good reason.
has played the Masters. He has played Augusta National. He has played the golf course. So I asked, I was like, oh, did you ever get a chance to attend? Oh, no, it's hard to miss work for that. Excuse me?
Is he a fucking state senator?
Like, oh, yeah, no, I've had state senator. Like, they work?
Yeah, no, true.
They definitely don't work unless they're fucking crushing a fucking sports betting bill.
Yeah.
No, but I was like, oh, do you ever get tickets? Oh yeah, no, I can probably get them pretty easily. It's just it's hard to take the time off from work for that. What? Are you what?
Yeah.
Huh? Who? What?
So he's
It's
played there. He's played at
he's
Augusta. How did he play there?
he knows Lou Holtz.
Of course.
Oh.
Of course,
So
Lou Holtz is a member there too.
yeah, he is. Yeah, he's friends with Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
he got on. And then someone in the group was a member at Sage Valley, which is like 30 minutes up the street in Aiken, South Carolina. In Sage Valley, I guess the story, this is an unofficial recount of the story. I guess someone wanted to join Augusta, some fucking rich guy. They go, no. He goes, fuck you, I'll go build my own place. And then made like, not Augusta, but like a super fucking nice golf course in southern South Carolina. Because Augusta's right on that South Carolina line.
Mhm.
So the next day he got to go play Sage Valley. And then tells me, you just can't miss the time to go to the Masters. Motherfucker, if you have this many opportunities, you don't have to go all week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another guy tells me, oh yeah, no, I couldn't go again this year. That's just can't work. Now he does work for himself. Profession to be nameless. He's an accountant, whatever. So he's an accountant, so obviously the deadline's up, but he works for himself. It's like, dude, I understand the deadline is April 15th. Tell all of these fucking idiots I need everything by April 1st. Done. Sealed. Whatever. And then when shit inevitably trickles in late, you give them the paper that I know he does that says, I acknowledge that this might not be done on time because it was not in by April 1st. But nope, can't go. So to these two people, I say, fuck you.
Do I know one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's absurd.
Now, the one that you know is a little bit harder because he doesn't, so to be fair, he doesn't always get the invite.
Right.
The other guy made it seem like it wouldn't be all that hard for him to get.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's friends with Lou Holtz. Jesus.
Now, these so kind of not necessarily off topic, but on topic. So if any of us were to attend the Masters, is there now? I know it's they have all the rules. You put a chair, no one can take it, no one can move it, stuff like that. But if you had to pick a spot on the course, where are you sitting or where are you standing?
Good question.
Because I mean, I've never attended a live golf event. I wanted to do the TPC when it was in Norton. Never got the opportunity to do so. So I don't know necessarily how it works. Whether you don't necessarily stand at a hole all day. I know you can probably move around, but like, is there a certain spot that you want to like? Do you pick, the stands in 16? So you get to see the completion of 15 and get the par 3, or what would you do?
Good question. So first thought is number one, I'm walking the whole course. Like I'm getting there when gates open and I'm walking the whole course because I've never obviously seen the place.
Yeah.
After that, fuck, where would I camp out? Because 12 is a disaster. And I know for me, for viewing, 12 is not the best place to view because my eyes kind of suck and they're hitting away from you.
Yep.
Fuck, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about a spot where you can see the tee shots land and you can see the approaches go. I'm trying to think of where the fuck that was. because like if I'm really thinking about it, it's like so one is the definition of whatever, and I don't even think on one people don't really line one,
No,
and they don't line
No,
two either.
no, 1,
no.
10, and 9. No one stands on because there's trees.
Yeah, three there's people down the left. I don't think I want to go to three. Four's a par three. I'm good with that. Five is a hellhole. I think there's people like maybe right at the beginning of the left, like right off the tee, but there's no one down the side.
Right.
Six has a grandstand, I think. Seven's a bitch of a hole. Maybe I would be down on 9 where the tee shot lands and the approach shot goes up, because then if you just turn around, there's also 18 right there.
Yeah. Yeah, down in the valley on 9.
Yeah. And because then you're 10's not a good hole to watch. I mean, if you can get to the corner of 11 and 12, then yeah, you got to consider that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because this is a question that a couple of guys at work were talking about. I think my spot was the 15, 16 in that area. Because on Sundays that sometimes there's been Masters where that can change things. So people are going forward on 15, and then you're seeing their shots on 16.
Yeah. Yeah, my initial thought when you just proposed that was what you said, the grandstands in 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can see the approach from 15.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, probably I would say if I had to camp, right? Like if I had to pick a spot and stay there, it would be probably one of those two places that you guys just said, either the grandstand on 16 or the valley on 9, because you could just turn right around and catch 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 and the 11 and 12 bend wouldn't be bad either. But my eyes just kind of suck. So it's like I don't know if I'll be able to see 12.
Yeah.
The way
Because that's the
that.
thing.
I mean,
even like on 13, you're not close enough to the hole to see anything. Like the only place you can stand on 13 is to the right of the layup area. So you can't see the tee shot. You can only just see a ball, hopefully
coming
drop in the
towards you.
fairway.
Yeah.
And then their layup is kind of going away from you. So like 13 is not a great hole to watch, like as if you're on site. And then if you turn around and catch 14, like 14's kind of lame. It's like straightforward. I mean, like it's a cool hole to watch from the TV, but like if you're just a spectator and standing in the fairway, it's whatever.
Yeah, there's nothing special about it.
Yeah.
The green is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Sick. I saw some guy, one of the architecture nerds, had pictures of it. Sick. Like the false front is absurd. Absolutely absurd. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's like the green is like a lot of undulation, but if you hit it to the right spot, it funnels to the pin. So it's really not much of an issue.
Yeah, just hit it to the right spot. It's easy.
Yeah, I think if I was gonna camp out near a green, one of the ones with like the funnel pin, like being on 7 on Sunday behind the green, that would be pretty cool. Because those guys throw the pin, throw the ball up, and
and have it roll back. Yeah, I guess part of it would actually depend on the day too. Because like maybe if it was Thursday or Friday, I might not want to sit at 16 because the pin's forward. And on I think it's Friday, they put it up like on the plateau, like the tiny plateau on the top of the ridge. I don't know.
I don't know. So I don't know which day they do that. Yeah, they do 2 pins that funnel and 2 pins that don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what the days are. Whatever, don't matter. But yeah, the ball funnels on 2 and on 7 and Sunday, on 16 on Sunday. 15. I'd have to see exactly where that grandstand is, because if I can see the approach, then that's probably the answer. But you gotta like know what you're doing. You gotta get there. So
yeah,
like I know there's no running on the course, but you gotta fucking speed walk your way and know exactly where you're going, the quickest route.
and those guys are professionals. Those speed walkers. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, did you see the woman that's behind the tee on 16? Who hit a hole in one this year? I don't remember.
Sink.
Stuart Sink hit a hole in one, and this lady's celebrating. And then they went back. I think did JT hit a hole in one in 2019?
He did, yeah.
Same lady, same spot.
Yeah.
Like, she's always there.
And that was one thing I kind of picked on, like, and I don't know if I would do this, but it's like some of the way the patrons celebrate like big shots. Like the shot Scheffler had on 3, the hole out. And like I see this one guy just, it's like, you know, the Bruins just scored a goal. He's slapping everyone's hands. He's fired up. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't know if that's something that I would do. I mean, he made the shot, but why am I getting so excited that he made the shot? Like it's not like, you know, it's not like a team sport where, you know, yeah, my team just scored a goal or scored a touchdown. No, he just made a shot, and let's slap hands with everyone.
I mean, unless he got Scheffler 60-1 before the season started.
That's the only thing I can think of is like he's holding that slip and he's waiting to cash in. But like other than that, calm down, man. Just give him the clap and move on.
Yeah, I'll say I've been to when they went to TPC Boston. I used to go on the first round, so obviously there's nothing like to get excited about. But even then, I can't imagine like jumping up and down or like high-fiving people. I barely do that shit at Patriots game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, usually when we go to Patriots games, they get their asses kicked anyway, but
I've been to some wins, okay? You two were the albatross until this year.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to other Patriots games and they won, like the home games, but
I'm 2-2 on the road.
We'll fix that.
You're still a loser.
This is true. What am I, 1-2?
Yeah.
So, Nick, do you have a final thought?
I don't know if I had a final thought. I mean, I can use the Masters thing as my final thought. I mean, I talked about this earlier. I don't want to retread one, but I thought the question the other day about like if you could get one sports memorabilia piece, you know, what would you choose? And I told you I asked that question at work and turned into like a 45-minute hour conversation. So, which is good. You know, it's a good time to kill time at work because that's all I do nowadays, just trying to kill time at work. But I mean, you know, I thought maybe bringing that question up, maybe if we wanted to say like, you know, movie memorabilia. I know you might have said something, but if you kind of had, you know, if there was a movie, I don't want to call it a plot, but if there was something from a movie that, you know, you could you would want, what would it be? Like if you had the income to purchase whatever you could, what would be your theme from like a movie?
Yes, a few of the immediate thoughts is anything James Bond, anything James Bond first 3 movies.
Yeah, like Sean Connery's suit in the original movie.
That
would be pretty cool.
The deck of cards that fucking worm got fucking
Oh yeah.
What are my other movies? Oh, the Dumb and Dumber Shaggin' Wagon.
Not to be confused with the Shagnin' Wagon.
Aldous Snow's shirt in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Sir Tommy Bahama.
Oh shit, yeah. Those are some good ones. So when I said earlier,
School of Rock, the only sleeves shirt. That, the band that Dewey Finn used to be in, No Vacancy, No Vacancy. When they got the new lead singer, and he was wearing only sleeves. It was leather, and it was only sleeves.
Yeah,
that shirt would be sick.
I don't remember that. Oh yeah, and then it was connected together at the neck, right?
Yeah.
And then, or anything from Caddyshack. I'm trying to think. Danny Noonan, maybe Danny Noonan's clubs. D'Annunzio's D'Annunzio's shirt that he played in.
You wouldn't want the golf bag with the stereo in there.
No, not that, but maybe
Popping clubs right out.
Bill Murray's I don't know, I don't even know what tool that was that he was hitting the flowers with. Cinderella's story. Was that like a hoe?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was a hoe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Or
whatever.
something like that.
That.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah. Those are some pretty good ones. Because what I said earlier was like, do you like, how do you do that? Like, do you go something from like an iconic movie? Like, do you pick something from like The Godfather or Titanic or like Pulp Fiction? Like, do you go for the iconic movie and something out of it? Or do you just go for like something that you just really want?
I go for movies I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, look, the original lightsaber. It's like, cool. I like Star Wars, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I got Aldo Snow's shirt, dude.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I don't know. Like, cause the first thing I had said would be like the Cadillac from Pulp Fiction, right? Like that would be pretty cool to have that. But I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, see it. So like, I kind of went like, something that I would want would be cool would be like I went with the Rocky films and I was thinking, Rocky's trunks and his boxing gloves. But now like, I would still go with that. But if I'm thinking of like obscure things, kind of the road that Bob's going, maybe the painting from Wedding Crashers that
I'm keeping it.
I made this for you.
you have Vince Vaughn there laying in the vine. Something like that. That just
Same
popped in my head.
sock that I was sweating in all day.
Or Will Ferrell's kimono that he was wearing at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Or like smoking robe, like whatever that was.
Yeah. There's definitely a ton of unique things out there that would just stand out.
Yeah, there's a lot of like funny things like that. Like if you had that in your house, someone would be like, "What the fuck is that?" Be like, "Oh, dude, like, this is the Jeffrey from Get Him to the Greek." Like it's the actual Jeffrey.
Furry wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Like it would for me to do it. It would have to either be Bond or it would have to be absurd. Because like even The Godfather, like, this is the gun that Michael fucking shot Salazzo with. It's like,
yeah,
cool. Like that's actually almost like too legitimate.
Yeah, this is the orange that was in the backyard when Marlon Brando died.
Yeah, well, have you seen the outfit that Jim Carrey wore in Dumb and Dumber with like when he went skiing? Like it was absurd. Like it was a crazy ass.
Yeah.
I got that.
The mask, like the actual mask from the movie The Mask, that would be pretty cool. Like the wooden thing.
Yeah.
Harry's bulletproof vest. What if they shot you in the head?
What if they shot me in the head? The risk we were willing to take.
Yeah, the Wienermobile, that thing would be awesome. Just park it in the front yard and literally never move it.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool. All right. Well, now my I don't even know. I don't have a good final thought to follow that one up. That one was great.
We only do final takes every time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had one that was just going to be, it's a quick one. But it's tough following that one. That was a great one.
Well, I mean, I didn't come prepared, so I kind of retread one from the last episode, but
okay, I'll bring you up. I'll bring you up. I took it to play because you were probably figuring everyone was gonna want something that should be in the Smithsonian, and then I throw out fucking.
Yeah.
Hey, you did.
Like I just changed the game.
You definitely changed it. I went the whole sentimental route, but you changed it up, and then the wheels started turning.
Yeah. So my final thought is just a quick one. The other day we watched Death on the Nile, which is on HBO Max, which was literally just in theaters like 3 weeks ago. It might still be in some theaters. And I saw it on HBO Max and I was like, oh, that's weird. This movie just came out. You want to watch it? And Amy was like, yeah, sure. Let's watch it. And let me just say there's a reason why it's on HBO Max already. After about 3 weeks in the movie theater. It's not that good. It was not that good. Apparently it's a sequel to, or it's part of a series. And I didn't know this. I read afterwards because I was like, that movie that was not a good movie. So I just like read the Wikipedia page about it. And
why is it so bad?
Yeah, like why does this movie suck?
Well, now is that why it was so bad? Because you didn't see the first one, so you didn't know storyline?
No. So what I found out was it's the first movie that came out was in 2017, I think. It was called Murder on the Orient Express. And it follows like the main character is Kenneth Branagh, who I forget his name in the book in the movie, but the whole like group of movies is based on a book series written by Agatha Christie. So it's like a murder mystery like book thing. So the first Murder on the Orient Express, like I don't think really had anything to do with Death on the Nile, other than like Kenneth Branagh is the main character in both of them, some like French guy. But it was just weird. It was just not good. There was a lot of people that were in it, so I thought like, I don't know, maybe this could be good. But because it was Gal Gadot. Who the fuck else was in it? I don't know. I can't even remember who was in it because it just wasn't worth my time. Let me see. Death on the Nile. I can't even look it up. When I go to click it, it gives me the book instead.
I heard the book.
Oh, better. Russell Brand. Russell Brand was in it. Armie Hammer. Letitia Wright, so the sister from Black Panther. Annette Bening, she's in it. But like, I don't know. It's just not worth your time. Don't waste your time. Yeah, go watch something else.
Go watch paint dry.
Yeah. Go watch Harry Potter for like the 1,000th time, or like Star Wars or something. Don't just.
That would be my first one.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us. But before we go, Nick.
Yeah.
You like to grill?
I do. I like to smoke things too.
Yeah, you like to smoke things?
I smoked some ribs over the week.
Nice. Did you happen to use any seasoning or rub when you smoked your ribs?
You know something? I used some seasoning, and the best part about it was I only paid 85%.
Wow!
Because I used the promo code.
Whoa! So sounds like you use grillyourassoff.com. So
I did.
If you guys out there in the internet world go to grillyourassoff.com and use the promo code SarcasmPod, you get 15% off of everything that you order, whether it's t-shirts, things, hats. I do it all the time. I use my own promo code because why not? I don't want to pay full price on this. So I get 15% off grillyourassoff.com by using the promo code SarcasmPod. You guys should do it too. It's great. I love that place. Also, if you're into sports betting, you could go to mybookie.com, use the same promo code SarcasmPod, and they'll double your first deposit up to $1,000 over there. So shout out to mybookie.com as well. So thank you for watching on YouTube. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe, rate, review, spread the word, all that fun stuff. Subscribe wherever you listen to. What I saw the other day, we got like 4 downloads in Italy and like 3 downloads in Iran.
Oh
one
shit! For the
in
Zuri, let's go.
Bangladesh.
Bonjour.
Someone in Bangladesh apparently tried to listen to us. Probably.
That's a VPN.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely a VPN. It's unless it's someone that's like trying to learn English. And then at that point, like, why would you listen to
Why?
us? But yeah.
Wrong solution.
Yeah, definitely don't listen to us for English. But yeah, so tell everybody you know, keep spreading the word. You can get us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod, on Twitter at Sarcasm_speaks, Facebook at Sarcasm Speaks. The website is sarcasmspeaks.com. You guys all know the deal. I think that's all of it, right? Yep. Sounds good. So until next time, good night, everybody.